In today's show, a $100,000 Bitcoin price is inevitable, all thanks to a critical mass of long-term Bitcoin hodlers. We're going to be discussing this in today's show as we determine Bitcoin's potential future value instead of just focusing on its solo value. Also in today's episode, a $1 million Bitcoin whale says traders should track these two altcoins in addition to the king of all crypto. I'll be revealing these two altcoins right here in today's show. Also, another strategist says this large cap altcoin is about to outperform Bitcoin with 175% upside potential. We'll be discussing it right here in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the latest from Plan B of the stock to flow model. And also, check this out. Breaking: billionaire Paul Tudor Jones advises the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell to add Bitcoin as reserve assets. Could you imagine if the Fed chairman actually took Paul Tudor Jones' advice and what that would mean for the Bitcoin price? We'll be discussing that right here in today's show. Also, in today's episode, 98% of all Bitcoin is now worth more than when you bought it. We'll be breaking this down in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, we're witnessing a healthy correction, as I predicted in yesterday's episode, as we're in extreme greed. But where's the Bitcoin price expected to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more, in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And before we kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. So much to discuss in the world of crypto today, but let's kick it off by diving into today's top story of the day. A critical mass of long-term Bitcoin hodlers seem to be making $100,000. That's right, a six-digit Bitcoin inevitable. Determining Bitcoin's value can be a little more complicated than simply looking at its current market price. According to Michael Goldstein, who tweeted, most Bitcoins already cost at least $100,000, but probably more like 10 million. Now, while Bitcoin sits currently at about $11,800, many folks in the crypto industry likely value the asset as a much higher price tag. I know I'm one of them. If you're one as well, let me know right down below. Now, if someone buys a Bitcoin at $10,000 but is unwilling to sell it until the asset reaches $100,000, then the price tag of that Bitcoin is naturally much higher than its current market value. Great point, right? Then this begs the question, how many Bitcoins are currently worth $100,000? I don't know about you, but I have plenty of Bitcoins I am not touching until they're worth at least $100,000. So can you see how a single Bitcoin right now, if you're hodling it and unwilling to sell it in the future, could easily be worth six digits? At the start of the year, 64% of Bitcoin circulating supply had remained in the same wallet since 2018, which seems to suggest that most Bitcoin has a higher valuation than the current market price indicates. According to Goldstein, many of Bitcoin's largest bag holders value the asset between $100,000 and $10 million, so we can take a medium average of $1 million, right? These numbers sit in line with the bevy of price predictions from various authorities over the years, including Plan B's stock to flow model, which I broke down in great detail yesterday, which suggests in 1 year, 12 months from now, that the Bitcoin price will cross six digits for the first time. Also, stock to flow X, Plan B often talks about here on Twitter. We're going to be looking at some of his tweets here in a little bit. It suggests a $288,000 Bitcoin price medium average between the years 2020 and 2024. Just letting you know. Now, on March 5th, 2020, Bitcoin pioneer Max Kaiser, shout out to Max and Stacy Herbert of the Kaiser Report, predicted Bitcoin shooting up to $100,000 in 2020 as fueled by the COVID-19 repercussions. Other notable names across the industry also predicted prices above $100,000 for Bitcoin at some point, including Morgan Creek Digital's co-founder Anthony Pompliano, shout out to Pomp, as well as Blockstack's Adam Back, who many refer to as the real Satoshi Nakamoto. All right, now let's actually check out this poll. It's an interesting thought experiment. What's the closest price it could take for you to sell all your Bitcoins right now on the condition you could never own any ever again? And I'm actually going to cast my vote in real time. If I could never buy them and own them again, I'm definitely in this for the long haul. This is no BS. This is no shenanigans. 5 million, and I'm sticking with it. And check this out. Out of 354 votes, 33.9%, which is the majority vote, voted 5 million. That means the realized value, the future value of the Bitcoin price for most hodlers is over $5 million, according to this poll. Now, 32% put 1 million, 22% 200,000, and only 11.6% put 50,000. Let me know your answer in the comments right down below. And Alan makes a great point. This poll is completely tied to how many you currently own. If close to zero, you might as well pick the bottom. If double digits or more, you'd be crazy not to pick the top. And the originator of the poll wrote, no, it's not. It's tied to your conviction on how successful Bitcoin will be. Even if you have 100 coins, you're not going to sell for 200,000 if you're convinced it will hit 10 million eventually. Touche. Not everyone is motivated solely by lifestyle changes, and that's a fact. And then Alan responded, okay, but 100 coins times 50,000, your smallest poll choice, equals 5 million. Heck, it's 1.2 million at the current rate. Don't know why you're throwing out that $200,000 number and why you would want more money if it's not utility. Lifestyle changes. And the response was, utility is not just lifestyle changes. Some people want to build something bigger than themselves. For me, it's legacy. I want to pass on generational wealth to my daughter. Now, Jeff Bezos is worth 200 billion. All his luxuries amount to only a tiny fraction of that. Is that hard to see? And why? And then a response right here. Well, consider this. 10 million is no more off the table than a $10,000 Bitcoin was to someone that bought it at $1 in 2011. Facts. The Bitcoin supply to daily demand is nearly dried up, and Bitcoin hasn't reached anywhere near close to mainstream recognition on any level. And check out this tweet right here. The daily global Bitcoin buy and demand is now higher than the daily release of mine Bitcoin. This was not the case in 2012, 2016, or pre-halving 2020, when the daily supply can't fulfill the daily demand. We know what starts to happen. To the moon, folks. We're in new territory. Crypto kids, rocket ship to the moon. All right, and now for our next story of the day. $1 Million Bitcoin whale says traders should track these two altcoins in addition to the king of all crypto. That's right, an outspoken Bitcoin whale who rarely shows affection for anything other than Bitcoin says these two crypto assets have potential. The pseudo-anonymous trader known as Joe007 says Eunice said Leo, better known as Leo, may be a solid pick for investors looking to diversify their crypto portfolio. He shared on crypto Twitter, in a sane world, extremely low correlation by Leo would make it desirable diversification instrument when it comes to constructing crypto portfolios. But of course, crypto traders are too busy chasing the latest shitcoin du jour, pumped to even take a notice. And check this out. It shows the average cross asset correlation in 2020. As we can see right here, we can see Leo at the very bottom of this chart at the very end with 0.10 compared to Ethereum, which would be at the very top at 0.72. Now, Leo is an ERC20 utility token that operates on the Ethereum blockchain and EOS blockchains. Leo holders enjoy multiple benefits on the crypto exchange Bitfinex, including taker fee reduction, lending fee reduction, and discounts on crypto and fiat deposits and withdrawals. If Leo is on your watch list and it's on your blockfolio and you're tracking it, or you're bullish on this asset, let me know in the comments below. Joe is known for placing large bets on crypto exchange Bitfinex. Says another coin on his list is Binance Coin. So there you have it. The first coin is Leo. The second altcoin is BNB, which was the greatest performing crypto asset in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. The trader says the token offers a use case that sets it apart from other crypto assets. That's right, Binance Coin is a utility token issued by the crypto exchange Binance. BNB holders get discounts. That's why we always use it, and that's why it continues to soar. And it's the largest exchange in the world. Go figure. So when using the coin to pay for trading fees on Binance and Binance DEX, holders, hodlers alike can also use BNB to pay for goods and services to select merchants. Now, because the demand for both BNB and Leo is driven in part by the performance of their respective crypto exchanges, that's the key, my friend. Joe says they have an additional potential use case aside from simply being a digital form of money. He goes on to share, I wouldn't consider Leo or BNB shitcoins actually, as they're not trying to be money in the first place. If anything, they're equity-like centralized crypto assets. So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts on BNB as well as Leo. And now for our next story of the day, Crypto Strategist says this large cap altcoin is about to outperform Bitcoin with 175% upside potential. Before I break this down and reveal which altcoin this is, let's first take a look at the overall crypto market. As I predicted in yesterday's show, expect a healthy correction because we've been in extreme greed. Bitcoin currently hovering just above that $11,800 support. Still looking healthy if you ask me, down 3.5% for the day. I feel once we can break and retest that $12,000 resistance and turn it into support, we'll continue marching forward. And once we hit 13,000, we're likely to move right on up, surpassing last year's high of 14,000, taking us somewhere between that $15,000 to $17,000 price range. That's my prediction here in the near term. Ethereum is down 4%, trading at $411. Chainlink has been consolidating as well, trading at $16.30. XRP down almost 6%, trading at 29 cents. BNB down 2.8%, trading at $22. So as you can see right here, we just have a sea of red with all the top cryptos currently. And now taking a look at some of the top exchange volume, Binance barely in the red with 13 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. We have BitMEX up a whopping 25% with 3.2 billion in volume. Hobby Global with 2.9 billion. OKEX up 8% with 1.8 billion, and Hit BTC up 13% with 1.3 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. One altcoin is poised to break out of its shell and outperform Bitcoin, according to a leading crypto analyst. A pseudo-anonymous trader and strategist known in the industry as Nebraskan Gunner tells his 48,000 Twitter followers that he expects Litecoin to gain ground against Bitcoin in the next few months as Litecoin/Bitcoin base pair flashes multiple bullish signals. Taking a look at his tweet here on crypto Twitter. Check it out. Litecoin BTC pairing, confirm downtrend break, high volume, top goon X buy signal, expect Litecoin to outperform in the near future, 45% and 175% upside potential. And he included this graph, which I'll include in the show notes below the video in the description. Let me know if you're bullish on Miss Litecoin, which is considered the silver to Bitcoin gold. Now, based on the trader's chart, you can see right here on your screen, it seems that the Litecoin/Bitcoin pair is moving in parabola that would more than double the value of the pair by November. Now, fellow traders J Cycles tells his 11,000 Twitter followers that he also believes Litecoin will likely grab headlines in the coming weeks as the 7th largest crypto prepares for a bullish breakout. Taking a look at his tweet. Litecoin/Bitcoin is ready to break out for a multi-month falling wedge. Litecoin/USD is ready to break a multi-year down trend line. Now, Litecoin is likely to dominate this market for the coming weeks. Make sure you're ready for it. If you're also bullish on Litecoin, drop me a comment right down below. However, please do keep in mind that not all traders are sold on Litecoin. Trader XO is not yet jumping the gun unless the Litecoin/Bitcoin pair can reclaim and retest a key level. Taking a look at his tweet. Waiting for the range low, yearly open reclaim before jumping in. Blue arrow trigger, as we can see right here in this graph. But bottom line, let me know if you're bullish or bearish on Miss Litecoin, the silver to Bitcoin's gold. All I know is this, in my humble opinion, I also agree that Litecoin is more likely to break out as it has been too silent for too long and the market is just looking too bullish for me to think otherwise. However, be cautious, and if you're going to invest into crypto, please do so at your own risk. All right, now let's check out the latest tweets from Plan B of the infamous stock to flow model. He just tweeted this morning. Bitcoin is nicely moving away from the 200-week moving average. 200-week moving average is currently 6,400, is increasing $200 per month and has never decreased. Best of all, the Bitcoin monthly close has never been below the 200-week moving average. So just more bullish signs for the Bitcoin price and trajectory according to the stock to flow model. And in a recent tweet just yesterday, he wrote, Bitcoin looking strong, RSI, which is the relative strength index, bull market confirm. So as we can see, we're tracking right on along. And if you missed his recent tweets just the other day, and shout out to Plan B of the stock to flow model, by the way, stock to flow has been the most accurate Bitcoin price prediction model since its inception. That's right. Here's a pretty cool tweet. Most people think it's impossible, but I've seen 1,000% increase in less than a year, at least twice before in Bitcoin 2013 and 2017. Stock to flow is holding up pretty well after the halving. If FOMO will start again, anything is possible. And he's referring to the stock to flow model, which predicts a $100,000 Bitcoin price on August 16th, 2021. If you also feel Bitcoin is likely to smash 6 digits by this time next year, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and drop me a comment right down below. And now let's check out this tweet from CoinDesk. Breaking: billionaire Paul Tudor Jones advises the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell to add Bitcoin as reserve assets. Do you understand how major this is? If you missed the memo, Paul Tudor Jones, considered one of the greatest investors of our time and generation, allocated 2% of his overall investment portfolio into Bitcoin. And I feel because he made that move, that probably sparked Warren Buffett to make a move into gold. And now we have companies like MicroStrategy, a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ, which just purchased $250 million worth of Bitcoin. That's a $250 million purchase, purchasing up 21,000 plus Bitcoins and now controlling 0.1% of the overall Bitcoin supply. We have Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss of the Gemini Exchange, the true founders of Facebook before Zuckerberg screwed them out. And now check it out. Bitcoin is the greatest social network in the world. They're Bitcoin billionaires. They're making a Hollywood movie about them. They control 1% of the overall Bitcoin supply because they became billionaires in Bitcoin quite a long time ago. And Bitcoin has been soaring, to say the least. We have so many companies. We have so much institutional demand. Now, what would a move like this do to the Bitcoin price? I'm just saying, if they started using Bitcoin as a reserve currency to protect their assets, Bitcoin, my friend, is going to the moon. Like $1 million Bitcoin price is not so far-fetched, in my opinion, but let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And before I break down our next story of the day, 98% of all Bitcoin is now worth more than when you bought it. First, let's take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at $369 billion with $116 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. And the current Bitcoin dominance is 59.3% according to CoinMarketCap. But also keep in mind, if we exclude stablecoins and ICO, the realized market cap is closer to 80% Bitcoin dominance. And now taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100, we have Ren up 10%, trading at 52 cents. OMG Network up 8%, trading just below $3. Quant up 7%, trading just below $11. Reserve Rights up 4%, trading at 2.4 cents. Theta up 3%, trading at 42 cents. And Ample Fourth up 2%, trading at 60 cents. Below that, we have Hyperon up 1%, trading just below $1. And DX Chain Token up about 0.5%, trading at 0.002. And now taking a look at the biggest losers in the past 24 hours in the top 100, we have Ocean Protocol down 21%, trading at 54 cents. Numeraire, which has been surging like a mofo as of recent, down 13%, trading at $43. We have Thorchain down 12%, trading at 77 cents. Just down 12%, trading at 6 cents. iExec RLC down 11%, trading at $1.52. And Aragon down 11%, trading at $5.44. Below that, we have Hedera Hashgraph down about 10%, and Energy Web Token down about 9%. And as you can see, many of these altcoins in the red after seeing pretty massive gains more recently as the market is currently correcting. Now, let me know in the comments which altcoins in particular you're most bullish on. And now taking a look at the BitMEX margins, we can see the bears are in control, leading with 132 million in superiority in the last 24 hours, with shorts leading 52.4% versus 47.5% longs. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Drop me a comment right down below. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators, it's the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated an 80 in extreme greed. Yesterday was an 82, and last week a 75, and last month a 44. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD. I know you've heard that one before. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. And that's exactly what we're witnessing right now. It's not a bad thing. All right. And before I break down this final story of the day, first I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. That goes for all 500 plus videos right here on my channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at Crypto News Yes yes.com. You can also subscribe right here on YouTube by smashing that subscribe button right below this video or visiting the direct link at cryptonewsalerts.net. We can also be found on all the major podcasting platforms from Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play to Stitcher Radio. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes. And if you're in crypto and not on Twitter, what are you doing with your life? That's where all the action is. And for those of you active on Facebook, as I am, I do have a crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 17,000 strong from all over the world. To become a part of it and connect with like-minded cryptopreneurs, smash this link and request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, as I am, I do have a crypto Telegram chat. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day, shall we? Bitcoin has delivered gains to its holders on almost 98% of all days since 2013. New data confirms, according to a dedicated social media-based monitoring resource which tracks profitability, buying Bitcoin has made its holders rich on 97.6% of days. Not too shabby. Thank you, BTC. And to put it another way, as on-chain analytics service Glassnode noted in its week on-chain weekly report on Monday, 97.6% of Bitcoin unspent transactions outputs are in profit. This means that only 2.4 of UTXOs were created as part of the transaction between wallets when the Bitcoin price was higher than current levels at around $12,000. Here's what Glassnode had to share. Extended periods at this level and above are characteristics of bull runs as Bitcoin moves towards new all-time highs, at which point the metric reaches 100%. Glassnode commented, as we can see right here in this graph. Now, despite a slight pullback overnight on Tuesday, Bitcoin continues to delight HODL'ers with monthly gains still at almost 30%. That's right. A retracement for gold and stocks appeared to fuel selling pressure, but under the hood, Bitcoin's fundamentals remain stronger than ever. I agree 100%. And as I've reported right here on the show, the Bitcoin hash rate has hit its highest ever average rate, while difficulty is set to follow suit in the next readjustment in 4 days' time. Now, Max Kaiser believes the Bitcoin price will soar to $400,000 to $500,000 based on a global hash war. Iran currently controls 3% of the hash power. He believes that other countries are going to be fighting for it as Bitcoin is the most scarce asset in the world. Continuing, Glassnode added that each time the UXTO profitability passes 95%, it sparks a brief but intense bull run for Bitcoin lasting up to 3 months, while other metrics meanwhile suggest that Bitcoin is rather at the start of a longer bull run than at the end of a sudden uptick, which is my guess. I believe this bull run is just getting started. This is the very beginning, and this could last the next couple of years very easily. Now, specifically, Glassnode's compass, which employs a basket of factors to chart Bitcoin's strength, continues to flash firmly bullish. I repeat, Glassnode's compass, which employs a basket of factors to chart Bitcoin's strength, continues to flash firmly bullish. Here's what they had to share. The compass continued position in the upper right quadrant provides an optimistic signal of controlled bullish sentiment and on-chain activity. The report added, this trend supports the widely circulating speculation that Bitcoin is indeed in the early phases of entering a bull market. As we can see right here, where do you think the Bitcoin price is likely to go from here? I feel Bitcoin is going to be breaking out this year, reaching new all-time highs. It's inevitable. Which month exactly it will happen, I don't know, but I couldn't be more bullish on the king of all crypto. Let me know your thoughts on where you feel the Bitcoin price is likely heading by the end of this year. Now, previously, Cointelegraph noted that Bitcoin's relative strength index, or RSI, was mimicking its performance after the 2016 block subsidy halving, which saw all-time highs of $20,000 a year later. Consider this is now 4 years later. The market is such more mature, and also now we have massive institutional demand from MicroStrategy to the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust purchasing more Bitcoin than's actually being mined, to Paul Tudor Jones, to Warren Buffett now allocating some of his assets, dumping banks and moving it into gold. So I couldn't be more bullish than I am right now. Let me know how you feel in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix metrics. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description and register for this free system called OPM Wealth. You'll be glad you did, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.